Got my eyes straight ahead, got my head in the game. With the red light on, I'm just waiting for the change. Keep my head down low.
So here is the issue as I see it. Queensland Police Service have lowered their standards when it comes to recruiting, bringing in new recruits, new police officers. They haven't been able to get the numbers that they need to get. They haven't been able to get the standard that they really need, that the public need, the standard of officer that they need. So Queensland Police have decided they'll just lower the standards so they can get more people, more boots on the ground. This is what you have to do when your attrition rate is at 3.2%, when you're losing close to 50 in 1 month. There was on Facebook, there was an article about, we've got all these new recruits that came out just, I think it was last Friday, 120 something. They go and blow the horn about all these recruits coming through, this new intake. But, it takes 6 months to get these people through. Meanwhile, you're losing up to 50 people anyway. This all goes to the reason why I believe we have in Queensland far more shootings of civilians by police more than any other state. You lower the standards. You lower the standards for the recruit that you're bringing in. You get police in the uniform, in the job, who can't handle the pressures that come with policing. They are faced with someone who is aggressive, faced with someone who decides they don't want to be arrested, or they're going to fight back, they're going to push back. This is what happens. You get more people being shot. Maybe I'm wrong, but hey, the figures wouldn't say that I'm wrong, because we have more shootings. And that's not up for debate. Queensland Police shoot far more civilians than any other state. That's been going on for a couple of years now. So in Townsville, the last couple of weeks, there's been two different shootings. Now, one of them, it would seem fairly cut and dry. Man, there were witnesses saying, yep, he seemed like he wanted to be shot by police. And the footage seems to show that he had a knife. He was coming at police, would not listen. There were 3 police there. They actually tried to taser him first, which to me shows that they were fairly confident within themselves, and with how they could, possibly disarm this person. They were fairly confident in their own abilities, that they tried to taser him first. Taser didn't work. Unfortunately, sidearm had to be used. However, there's been another shooting just yesterday at the Willow Shopping Centre in Thuringowa, in Townsville there. There's been 2 crime scenes set up. I'll bring up these 2 articles. There's not a lot of information, which seems a little strange. It does seem a little strange, because, whenever the offender is armed, police will always come out. There will always be some inspector coming out. Yep, he was armed. She was armed with a knife. Police had no other option. What else could you do? Nothing else you could do. So 2 articles, quickly go through. An allegedly wanted Aussie man has been shot by police in Townsville. Police received reports a man in his 20s was walking along Carthew Street in Thuringowa. This is on Sunday afternoon, 3:16. Queensland Police spokesperson alleged the man was wanted in a statement. He's wanted. Okay. And police arrived at the scene. So they've got this supposed report. He's wanted. Supposedly someone's reported wanted man. So they know he must be wanted, so bad guy. Where an officer discharged a firearm. The man was given medical assistance immediately. So they've arrived at the scene shortly afterwards and then discharged a firearm. That's basically all it says. Queensland Police spokesperson confirmed there was no ongoing threat to the public. Nothing more to it. Absolutely nothing. Ethical standards, they're all over it. Well, everything's going to be good if ethical standards are there. So another report, same job. Yep, Thuringowa. 2 crime scenes have been established. Police were called 3:16. Yeah, okay. Shortly after the police arrived on scene, an officer discharged a firearm. Acting Superintendent Damien Crosby said the Townsville man, 31, was known to police and wanted for a number of serious criminal offences. Crosby could not say if the man was armed when he was confronted by police in the loading dock. So the interpretation of that is he could not say because he wasn't armed. We can't say if he was armed because we couldn't see if he was armed. Thus, because we all know, as soon as they have a knife in their hand, the gun comes out, knife, 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 gun, 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 drop the knife, bang, bang, bang. And police, the superintendents, the inspectors are all out, Shane Pry's all out saying, yo, he was armed, police had no other choice, we didn't want to do it, but he had a knife. He had a knife in his hand, we can justify it. As we know, it's always, as soon as you have a knife, it's easy to justify being shot. There's no other process, no other thought process is given. There's nothing given there. There's nothing said, well, police actually escalated the situation. Instead of de-escalating, they come, they make their presence known, they get out of the car, whatever. They do something to escalate instead of de-escalating. There's nothing said. So when he says, oh, we can't say, we can't confirm, we can't say anything about whether he's armed, the interpretation of that is he wasn't armed. Because if he was, they would have said 100% he was armed, we can justify it. Because they always want to come out and say, give the justification. They don't want too bright a light shone on what actually happened. Police had cordoned off the area near the Big W dock. This is a tragic incident. We pass on our thoughts to all involved, he said. The wanted man. They keep stressing he's a wanted man. Okay, we get the picture. He was wanted. No idea what it was for. It's just he's wanted. He's wanted. Somehow police knew about it. He had to be shot, apparently. I don't know. The wanted man was treated by police at the scene until Queensland ambulance personnel arrived. He was taken to Townsville University Hospital. Critical but stable condition. He remains in the intensive care unit. This is a very fluid investigation. It's very fluid. Well, I don't know how fluid it can be. A report was sent out. A call was made. Old mate's over here. Police arrived, pulled their guns and shot him. It's a fluid situation. All we can tell you is he wasn't. He might have been armed. We haven't found the weapon yet, apparently, or something. All I can provide at this point in time is that the male was wanted by police. Being wanted means you're going to get shot. Is that what they're saying? He was wanted by police and known to police and wanted for alleged serious criminal offences requiring specialist police attendance. So are they saying the cert was there? Because, cert, they're fairly disciplined. They're not going to just shoot someone if there wasn't... If cert were there, the man would have been armed. If cert were there and he got shot, you'd say, well, okay, there was some kind of serious justification for that. But all they're saying is police arrived, and they're not saying anything about cert. It's just... He was wanted for alleged serious criminal offences requiring specialist police attendance. So was it specialist police that attended and shot him? What kind of specialist police? Was it cert? Because if cert were there and shot him, it's more likely there was a weapon. But if cert were there and they shot him but there was no weapon, you got to wonder what the heck else was going on. But when they say specialist police, I'm going to say it wasn't cert. It was, it was someone who wasn't that specialist. Let's put it that way. There are 2 current crime scenes, including a portion at the shopping centre. This incident will be independently investigated by Ethical Standards Command. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't laugh when it comes to every time I read ethical standards. It sounds funny to me. So Crosby said there was no threat to any members of the public during the incident. No ongoing threat. It just seems really strange, okay, that a wanted man was seen, apparently. A report was put out there, police attended, and then all they say is moments later he was shot. And they say, well, we can't confirm whether he had a weapon or not. If he had a weapon, guarantee that's the first thing they want to say. They want to put it out there straight away. He had a weapon. There were threats made to a police officer's life or someone else's life. So police they had no other choice but to draw their firearm and to use it. But the fact that he's standing around saying, Crosby's standing around saying, well, I can't confirm anything, can't tell you anything. There was no weapon. So what's the justification? But listen, getting back to it, we're going to see more shootings because Queensland police keep lowering the standards. We have people in the job that should not be in the job. 100% guaranteed out of this latest crew that just got through, this latest intake that just graduated from the academy. 100% there is a big percentage that should not, 10 years ago they wouldn't have even made it in through the recruitment process, let alone into the academy. Now, come in. And you can see this is all going to go pear-shaped. This, I believe, is the reason why Queensland has police shooting more civilians than every other state. You lower your standards, you keep asking for people that are just interested in lifestyle and money. This is what you get. Civilians being shot. Okay, he might have been a dangerous man. Yep, he was wanted. What? Moments later, police rock up and shoot him. That's the only cause, and there's no other information they can give. Very strange, very strange. I am, if I was a betting man, and I've seen a few things, I'm going to say that they're looking at this going, crap, there really wasn't any need to actually shoot him. I'd be willing to bet that that's what's going on. This is all just my opinion. Let's see how this plays out. I'm j-fallon. Thanks for listening. Please give me a like and a share and check out my music if you really, really care.
They just fuel a desire that will take me higher. I'm on fire because nothing's gonna bring me down. Nothing's gonna bring me down. Nothing's gonna stop me now. No more demons to be done. No nothing's gonna just focus on the goal. Nothing's gonna stop me now. Nothing's gonna hold me down. Got my eye on the prize, gonna set on the clouds and tears. Both sides. Nothing's gonna bring me down. Nothing's gonna stop me now. No more deals to be done. No more selling out my soul just to focus on the goal. Nothing's gonna stop me now. Nothing's gonna